with Maritza, sponsored by the National Parents Union. Today, I have a special guest with me, National Parents Union Executive Producer, Natasha Meji Madry. Hi, Natasha.
Hi, how are you?
I'm great. How are you?
I am living the pandemic dream.
Oh, my goodness. So I'm just going to go over a few quick things and then you and I can chat.
Awesome.
Family first, I like to apologize. We had to have an interruption in our programming as far as our guest is concerned. Today's special guest, unfortunately, had a passing in his family, and he was not able to make it to the show today. So my deepest condolences to Sharif El-Mekki and his family. I also like to extend my deepest condolences from my family to you and to yours, to Miss Carrie Rodriguez, and also to Tim Langdon on the loss of Carrie's mom. Very quick, back-to-back losses of our elders is a little hard and it weighs heavy on our hearts, but we're going to keep on doing what we know they would have wanted us to do, and it is continuing to do what we do for the people that we love. Natasha, 41 days.
Woo-hoo!
41 days till the big day.
Yeah.
I am just so amped. Well, you know I'm amped all the time anyway, but I am really amped because as each day gets closer, the ridiculousness gets even worse. And also like to extend my condolences for all of you that saw as an absolute amazing icon and role model, Ruth Bader Ginsburg, her passing as well last week. So it was like a steady concession of, and they say things happen in threes, and this is so weird. Last week to this week, 3 amazing women are no longer with us, but we still have them in our hearts for always. But with this election season coming around, family, please make sure you understand. And I've been saying it, and I'm going to keep on saying it. You might be tired of hearing me saying it. Make sure that you're registered to vote and that you do vote. Make sure that your family members that are eligible to vote are registered and do vote. Go as a family. Talk to your family and friends. Go in groups. Have a little voting party. Socially distanced, of course. Get together. Go get it done. If you know there are a lot of elderly people in your neighborhood, knock on your neighbors' doors. Ask your seniors, do you need me to take your ballot for you? I'll be happy to take it for you. You all vote in the same place if you live in the same block. So just go into the same place. Find out from your neighbors that are not able to get around easily as well. Hey, do you need me to go ahead and take this for you on election day or prior to? Just talk to people. Find out what's going on so we can make sure that we get every single vote in. What is going on today?
It's so crazy. Like, it's such a crazy time in the world. Every time I turn on the TV, it's like so depressing. Even social media these days, it's just so bad. Like, these last 2 weeks have just been particularly like terrible. And I saw that we just hit 200,000 deaths yesterday. That was like, wow, like, oh my God, like, what is going on? Like, I'm really waiting to wake up and hope that this is like some nightmare that we're living and, you know, like it's all a dream. Like, this is just crazy. And we just have to be grateful for every day that we have, like, on earth.
And people think that this doesn't exist. Those of you that are watching this and have personally lost loved ones, you know this does exist. And it doesn't discriminate. It's not just the elderly. Younger people are also dying of this. I saw a small news story this morning about a prominent young doctor that attended St. Joseph's University in Philadelphia. She caught it while being out there fighting to help people survive from COVID, and she passed away. Not even in her 30s. Things just got worse, and she had severe complications, and she passed away. So a brilliant medical mind is gone, and it's just like, be careful. I myself, in the new position that I have, made a choice to go get myself tested because although I wear a mask, I wear a face shield, you never know. So I decided to go. I went last week to a drive-through pharmacy, got a COVID test, got my results 2 to 3 days later, and thank goodness I was negative. But people need to know their status and then just keep themselves safe. I don't know in Massachusetts, but in the state of Pennsylvania yesterday, they just started the app that can detect if you have been around someone that has been exposed to COVID-19.
Wow.
I don't know how it does it. I know they have it in New York, and I believe they have it in the state of Delaware. I think also in New Jersey they have it as well. So look into it. It's an app that's downloadable on Android devices and Apple products as well, where it won't give you direct information, but it'll just let you know someone in your immediate area that you were in close proximity of had it or has been exposed to COVID-19. And then it gives you recommendations on what you should do, whether you should call your physician. It asks you questions about your own personal health at that time. Then it lets you know, hey, go get a test, go to your doctor, and take it from there. That's scary. That's very scary. It makes you say, I don't even want to go outside.
I haven't seen that app in Massachusetts yet, but they might have it. But I'm just concerned about the time. Like, you know, you're going to take the test and then you have to wait 2 to 3 days. Like, it should be faster than that. Like, that's part of, I think, the problem. You know, to have a test where you can just take the test and know within, like, right away, like in a couple minutes, like when they do a strep test.
Yeah.
So that would be ideal. So, like, just to sit around and wait 2, 3 days is terrible.
I think the hospitals do those rapid tests. It just hasn't been established yet for any commercial locations. And then on top of that, because it's free, things take longer when they're free as opposed to when there's a fee associated with it. So I know I just looked it up at the pharmacy in my area. I'm assuming that all pharmacies are offering them now, but I went to a Rite Aid, looked it up, made an appointment, drove through. Just, you know, people complain about the swab. It didn't hurt me. I mean, I don't know how far up their nose they should have gone, but they even said it. You don't have to get it so far up that you know you're gonna cry. I mean, I was a little teary-eyed. I just wanted to make sure, but I wasn't gonna just shove it up. And no, I went up as far as I felt was safe. Poking something through your nose, broke it off and put it in the test tube and gave it to them. And that was it. And it was quick, and it absolutely was painless. But it's crazy. You may get stuff in the mail. We've talked about it. This is what you would have gotten, this postcard. And it's giving people, it's basically the U.S. Postal Service trying to say, we got you. We're going to make sure that whatever you put in the mail gets to its location in a timely manner so that your vote can be counted. I don't disbelieve it. But with the amount of mail-in ballots that are going to come in, I don't know if they'll be able to handle the load. So again, folks, let's go. Get it done. I'm going to veer off to a different subject. The heaviness of what's going on right now. Everyone, please make sure you practice self-care. Do something for yourself. Disconnect. Decompress. Call family and friends. Take yourself out to lunch or dinner if you can safely. You know, have a cheat day, have whatever your favorite food is and just have it. I mean, I just had a cheesesteak. I got a cheesesteak, and when I got here, I brought some for my cousins, and I had mine, and I ate the whole thing, and I normally don't, so I know I was hungry.
Yeah.
Just do it. Do it for yourself. If you can, go outside and go for a walk. Just do that, because you know we've been on a health kick, all of us. just do it. Just do it. Even if it's just 30 minutes, get your heart rate going. Do something for yourself to make yourself feel better. Go to a place that's if it's isolated, even better. So that way you could just go without take your mask off for a little while and just breathe some fresh air if you're able to. If it's healthy enough for you to do so, just do it. You need to do it. Get your mind off all the heaviness. I'm thinking about having another music show, Natasha. Nice. I'm looking into some guests. I'm going to try to,
I love it.
Lift people's spirits.
Yes. And what about, he's going to be on again? Because he was awesome.
If he's not too busy, sure. But I want to try to get some more folks on so that we can go ahead and just uplift some folks' spirits sometimes. One thing that's funny that's been uplifting my spirits, I'm not a religious person, but I respect those if that is your faith base. I respect that. And my eldest son is a youth pastor. I don't know if I've shared that before. He does a morning prayer live on Facebook every day.
Really?
But the ones that I really, really love is when he has my grandson sitting next to him.
Wow.
So he's here praying, and my grandson, who's a baby, he's only a little over a year old, not even 18 months yet, is sitting there looking at his dad like,
oh.
And he'll look into the camera and like, you supposed to be feeding me, bro. What you supposed to be giving me breakfast right now? And he's like, you're sitting here talking to your laptop instead of feeding me. And it's just something I share those so people can see, and that brings me joy. Just to see my eldest with my grandson, it makes my day. And he does it very early. I think he does it at 7 a.m. in the morning. And I think 6 a.m. on the weekends. But I'll tag you in one the next time he's on here. But it's amazing. He does it for himself. He does it for his friends or anyone else that just feels they need that little bit of faith and worship time, praise and worship time. He does it. He's very good at it. And I told him very long time ago, if that is what you choose to do, son, do it the best way you can. And he's been doing it since he was 9.
That's awesome.
Yeah, he's been doing it. If I was to tell you, if I was to tell you guys his story, you'd be like, what? But that's something that maybe I'll invite him one day to be a guest if he wants to, because he's kind of like, I don't know, Mom. You do your thing and I do mine. But I'll ask him. Like, come on my show.
Yes, get him on the show.
Come on my show. Let's talk.
Yeah, and bring the baby too.
Oh, hey, I'm gonna talk to him and be like, hey, what are you doing next week? But it's.
Well, Maritza, so what would you say to a mom who says, oh, well, I don't really have time for self-care because I spend so much time taking care of the kids and, doing everything and it's never done and there's always dishes to wash and food to cook and clothes to wash. Like, it's a never-ending nightmare. Like, how do you really it all sounds good, right? So how do we really make sure that we're taking time for ourselves and practicing that self-care?
I see it as the same amount of time you take to sit there and watch your favorite TV show every day. The same amount of time you would take to sit and being self-indulged with a pedicure or a manicure or getting your hair braided or whatever it is you're doing to make yourself feel good, you can do that same thing while exercising. Like when I get on my bike or I get on my treadmill, if there's a show that I really like watching at the time, I'm watching it as I'm walking or I'm riding.
Yeah.
So it ends up being that you don't even think about the fact that you're on a bike or you're on a treadmill or you're on an elliptical because you're watching your favorite program. And you'd be surprised. In no time flat, that 45 minutes to an hour, you worked out. You did it. It's done.
Yes.
That's what I do. That's even when I was going to the gym physically. I take my iPad with me or my phone with me, put on my Netflix or my Xfinity app with that stream. There it go. And my guilty pleasure is watching Spanish soap operas or watching Korean dramas or what I just recently watched, P-Valley. Hey, I was just like out there looking at Uncle Clifford, just
I haven't. So my husband loves that show. I haven't caught up. I should probably. I watched like a couple episodes, so I should go back.
It's a lot, and my friends that know me. They were like, Maritza, that's not your kind of show. I said, I know, but I watched it and I liked it. And when you see me, I'm actually like, okay, I don't do country hip hop, but I like it. I have a more respect for it, I should say, right now, than any other kind of genre of rap music these days. So because I was exposed to it, and that's what it's about. Exposing yourself to different things. You never know, you might like it. The same thing with working out. If you're not used to it, you will get yourself to the point where you miss it when you don't do it. And it doesn't have to be an everyday thing. It does not have to be an everyday thing. I take a rest day. My rest day is going to be this Saturday, because I plan on going out of town with the family. We're going to go to New York for the day. So that'll be a morning that I still get up early, but I will not get on a treadmill. I will not get on a bike, because you know what? I have a feeling that my husband is going to walk us to death all around New York anyway.
There you go. So you'll still be getting steps in.
But it'll be doing something fun. And that's what I'm talking about. People don't realize it, that just by doing your everyday thing, if you have one, a Fitbit or an Apple Watch, it'll count those steps. You'll be surprised at the end of the day, especially those busy parents, mom, dad, grandma, auntie, uncle, whoever. You put something like that on that gauges how many steps you take in a day, and I guarantee you will get to that at least 10,000. You're going to do it because we never sit down. We never sit down.
I know.
This is the longest I sat down today.
Wow.
Even at work, because I'm at a desk, but when a parent comes, I got to get up, go to the counter. I got to go get a Chromebook. I got to go get a learning packet. Let me go get the principal. Hold on one second. I got to go to the copy room. So it's like back. We got 100 Chromebooks today. I got to make sure they come in. Got to make sure they get locked up so nobody walks away with one. Wow. Never ended. Then I was like, it's going on 12 o'clock. Bye, I'll see y'all. I got to go to Jersey.
I love it.
And it's going to start again tomorrow. Tomorrow it's like, okay, Miss Gertie, what we doing? But it never ends because even when I get off of here, I have to enroll 4 new kinders. So I'm still working. But I love it. I like it. I'm enjoying it. I like working with people. So I'm getting to know the families. I'm getting to know the children. I'm getting to know the teachers. But I'm learning a lot, during this COVID period. Face-to-face interaction is not something that a lot of us have had a chance to do. So I honestly think that some folks have forgotten that a lot of times it's best to have a face-to-face interaction with somebody, because things that come through via text or email could sometimes come off a little bit harsh. Yeah. And I'm getting to know new people. So I'm getting to know new personalities. There's a total of 55 new people that I'm getting to know in this building. And first time I got an email from a particular person, I was like, okay. Now we're on to email number 4. And they all seem to have the same kind of tone. So I had to use my best customer service vocabulary. Hey, because I need my job. So and I'm green. I'm very new. I was like, hey, I can't wait to meet you one day. And I left it just like that.
I love it. I
left it just like that because there's no reason for me to, get harsh back. So I'm going to try killing them with kindness.
I love that. That's a great philosophy to take in life, everywhere and anything.
So that way, because eventually that person's going to come into the building and I'm going to be the person they're going to see every single morning, every single day. And it's always best to be cordial. So that's how we're going to see what happens. We're going to see what happens.
It just makes, so when I walk into a school building, the person that you see at the front desk, that's always your first impression of the school. So if you're nice to me, then I will be nice to you too. Like, I'll remember you when it's Christmas time, like all that stuff, because like, I want to make sure that, they're looking out for my kids. We're looking out for each other.
Yes.
Like, and if everybody is like that, we'd have such a better world, right?
Yes. And and I'm like, okay, you work with children. So my hope is that, I don't know, perhaps this person will warm up a little bit and, tone it down a little bit. We're all frustrated. We all going through things. And all I could, I was nice enough to send everybody an email yesterday. I said, hey, everybody, I'm going to rearrange the mailboxes. So we're going to go through each and every single mailbox. If it's something of a personal nature, I will let you know. We could do a Zoom call so I can show it to you. And you can let me know, Maritza, put it back in there for me or just toss it. Because they have mail from back in March till now.
Wow.
Yeah. So it's a task, it's a job in itself. So, but if I was like, oh, thanks for letting me know. Thank you, Miss G. Thank you, Miss Gertie. So I was like, hey, just be nice. That's all I'm saying. Be nice.
Are your teachers working from home?
Yes.
They are. Okay.
Yeah. All of our teachers are working from home until the city of Philadelphia makes a decision for after November 17th.
Wow.
And the hope is that at that time, they'll decide to then start hybrid. Yeah. So I have a little bit of time to get everything ready in the office. I want to make the office welcoming. It's a very big office. So I'm going to be looking into getting stuff to decorate it and make it more receptive and warm you know, as for someone to come in. But, you know, the parents are funny because some of them, I've had to talk quite a few of them off the ledge of frustration.
Because it's hard. The struggle is real. Oh, my kids said this is like week 3 for them at home virtual learning. And every time I go and check on my son, he's like playing Fortnite. I'm like, you can't be on break again. What is going on?
Oh my God.
Yeah. And he's like, oh, I'm on a break. Yeah, you're on a break.
Let me see your roster, please. Call the school. May I please have my child's roster so I can see what time it is? Oh no, I've had that too. Parents come in. No, and I love them because they come in with the Chromebook in hand. I'm about to throw this out the window. No. Don't throw it out the window. Because I don't know what they're gonna make. I don't know if they're gonna make you pay for it. So don't throw it out the window.
Yeah,
I can't get in. I can't get in. Okay. Did you register this Chromebook with your child's information or your personal email address? Because the district does not understand, you know, your personal email address, whatever it might be. We've seen crazy names. You know, toogoodforyou@gmail.com, you know, craziness like that. So it's as opposed to the child student ID at Philadelphia School District, whatever. So I'm like, it's been very interesting. It's been very, very interesting. But out of all those complaints and out of all those attitudes, I think I mentioned this before, what I appreciated most are those parents that have actually called in and said thank you.
Yes.
They're like, thank you, Miss Gertie. You know I call you every day and probably get on your nerves. I'm like, no, you don't get on my nerves. I've had the same parent come into the office each and every single day saying they can't understand why when they're in the building they could get in, but when they're home they can't. And then we figure out what's going on. Mom, Dad, do you have Wi-Fi? Well, I've been using my neighbors. Let me get you a hotspot. Because maybe they locked you out.
That's awesome. So if they don't have Wi-Fi, your school will provide them with a hotspot? That's great.
Yeah, all the schools have been given hotspots from the school district. Parents have been able to go to the actual school district building, tweet if they have a damaged Chromebook or a defective Chromebook. And some of them, I don't know, some of them, when the kids got them back in March, I don't know if they were trying to ski or power sled. But I've seen some. I've had to put gloves on when they wanted me to show them something. So let me put some gloves on because it's been like food and order or missing letters. I was like, how do you press the at button if it's gone?
Please, my son broke his laptop in March, the first day they gave it to him. I'm like, are you kidding me, kid? He's like, well, I don't know, Ma. There's this long line in the screen. That's because you dropped it.
Cracked it. Yeah, you cracked it. And then you're like, I don't know and I'm looking at it like, yo, this is not your personal property.
Right.
And then, you know, I was like, what's going on? And then the mom that has 4 children in her home and she can't get into all 4 Chromebooks. So she brought all 4 of them back and said, I need a new one. I'm sorry, Mom, you're gonna have to go to the school district. What do you mean? We can't. We have our reserves for new students, absolutely new students into the district, into our school, or the kinders.
Oh, wow.
That's it. You got one back in March and you lost it, it got stolen, it got broken, have your parents go to the school district.
Oh, see, like what at my school, what they did was they collected all the computers from all the kids, and then they gave them all back new. Like, you know, after they made sure everything was good, they gave it all back in September to make sure everything was running, all the new programs, everything was on it. So, yeah.
What kind of school your children go to? Your children go to what kind of school is it?
Go to a charter school.
Charter world is very different than public. It's very, I came from a charter world, so I know it's very different. I don't know, because it's a little smaller. It's quicker to make decisions, cut through some red tape. Hey, let's keep these things safe. Let's get them back off from the children before, you know, make sure they bring them back at the last day of school. And then we'll refurbish, clean them, disinfect them, do whatever we got to do, and give it back to that same child for the beginning of classes.
Yeah.
But a school district that has over 100,000, nah. Good luck. That's all it was. Good luck. I hope you still have it.
That's terrible. Yeah, I can understand the mom being frustrated then if it's not working.
She was.
It might have been like, you know.
She's like, I haven't turned this on since March. And I'm like, I'm sorry. I'm like, Mom, you know, and I'm trying to be very diplomatic. Mom, did you give it like a test run? Did you charge it up and turn it on, you know, a week before school started? No.
No.
Okay. First day of school.
5 minutes before school starts.
Yeah, first day of school.
I'm getting out of bed. I'm gonna sit there and log on.
I can't get in. Oh, no. The child that says they forgot their ID number. Okay. They playing.
Yeah. I forgot.
Or the child.
Yeah, right, kid.
No. Or the child that says, Mommy, I don't think I have work today. Or I went in. So, you know, the parent is trusting that their child, because they had this information since March, remembered how to get in. But then you remember the slide over the summer, the summertime slide downward when it comes to retaining information. So some of them did legitimately forget. But it's just the funniest thing when the parent comes into the school with one of their children. That's not a little one. 12, 13-year-old. Opens it up. Miss Gertie, look at my child. And she's telling her child, turn on the Chromebook. Try to get in. And the student is looking at me, and I'm just giving them the mama look too, like,
Yeah, yeah.
Then all of a sudden, they in. Oh, you could get in here now. Oh, it was.
Oh, yeah, you know it.
So it was just, you know, and things like that are what make my day brighter. You know, The good definitely outweighs any negative or bad. I have definitely noticed that parents it's clicking. It's still frustrating, but they are getting it. They are understanding the importance of making sure their child gets on there on time. They are understanding the importance of maintaining open communication with that teacher. Ask that teacher for that email. Say, hey, teacher, can we exchange cell phone numbers? Are you better at texting? Because if I have a problem, I can call the school will answer, but I love it. See? I love it. See? Now you know how my world is. See? That's right. I'm live. Get out. That's right. I'm live. I read your lips. I'm live. Get out. I mean, we all know that now. Listen.
I'm sorry. It's my
niece
you that comes in my room whenever she feels like it.
You listen. The only reason you don't see my three little ones interrupting me is because I'm not home. That's the only reason you don't see them say, mommy, 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 mommy. Because I'm not, they're going to be like, where were you, mom? And I told them this morning, I'm going to go pick up abuela. Can we go to her house? No. I'm picking her up. I'm taking her home. Then you'll see me later. Well, can we see her on Saturday? No.
Aww.
We have to give my mother a couple of days to just get used to being back in the United States. Get used to, being amongst her things. And then she'll be like, all right, nobody want to come see me? So I may bring my mother on the MPU Espanol show. So she, I think I might do that.
Awesome. We'd love
Because listen, if you think I'm amped, you'll see where I get it from.
Oh, see, there you go. I love it.
I call my mother Hurricane Maria.
Oh.
Her name is Maria Gracia. I call her Hurricane Maria because wherever she goes, it's just like a whirlwind, no matter what.
Yeah.
And it's better than being at a comedy club. So, tell her to come say hi. Tell her to say hello. Oh, now she's shy. Uh-oh. Hi, honey. How are you?
Say hi.
I love you, little poofs. I love them. Hi. You're welcome.
Huh?
Are you?
Maritza, tell Maritza what grade you're in.
Second.
Are you liking second grade?
Yeah.
Yes, you like. What's your teacher's name?
Mr. Cito.
Mr. Salem?
Mr. Cito.
Oh.
Okay. Well, that's nice. Now, get out of my room. Thank you.
Have a piece of paper.
Well, it's so nice to see the face of a child without having to have a face mask on, because I swear, that's the only way I see him.
Yeah.
That's the only way. And then, some of the parents come in with the face mask right here, or the face mask right here. So the kids follow suit, and I'm like, I'm sorry. Oh, or not at all. So I had a family of 4 come in. I'm sorry, you can't come to the door unless you have a face mask on. So you either go to the security, because we have a school police, go to her, or go to, if you have it in your car, go get it. You know, I had somebody come in like this. I'm sorry, I can't talk to you like this. It's
That's
listen.
terrible because they're making, putting your life at risk by doing that.
Yeah.
You don't realize
like,
it, or they do and don't care. I don't know. But people need to be more aware of that. Like cover, like there's signs on the doors, I'm sure. Like
Everywhere.
it doesn't make any sense that you would do that. Like,
I have signs in English and Spanish at the front door, at the office front door, but I also have a box of masks right at my desk.
oh, see, I love
So
it.
as soon as they come in the door, I'm like, wait, here you go. Here, how many you need? Here, go outside and put it on, then come back.
Oh, that's awesome.
And then I'm looking like Darth Vader with the face mask and the mask and the face shield.
But it
is with
safe, right?
yes.
And
Yes,
shout
absolutely.
out to all essential employees, because that's really hard job. All the essential employees, the people that are working at the supermarkets, the people that are stocking food. Like we wouldn't do anything if it wasn't for these essential workers. And so yeah, it's a really hard job. And a lot of times those are the lowest paying jobs, right? And these essential workers are getting paid very low, and then still have to figure out how to like take care of their kids and pay their rent and all of this craziness. And now with schools, a lot of the schools are remote. Like if you have little kids, what do you do if you don't have a backup person to watch those kids?
Oh my gosh. My biggest concern now is I'm seeing, because I'm there, are the children that are receiving special education and the children that are in need of bilingual services.
Yes.
So I don't know if you saw my rant that I had last week or a week ago.
Yes.
So I'm working on something. I'm until it's completed. Miss Laster is helping me with some stuff. So when she's ready to show me what we can throw at them, it's gonna come out for real. But as far as the SPED children, it's very hard as well, because the children they're used to a certain way of the things happening, whether they're pulled out of the classroom when we're face to face. That's not happening now. And now, when you start getting calls from parents saying my child is supposed to be receiving services and nothing is happening, because everybody's going through all this quick information left and right. I try my very hardest to make sure I send the special education specialist an email. Hey, this parent called. Here's your number. Please find out. Every single phone call I get regarding that, any special needs child, the parents calling me saying something's not happening or I need an evaluation. How are we going to do this? Let's go. Yeah. And if they need it in Spanish, that's why they got me there. So I'll be happy to translate. And I let them know. Don't be shy about asking me to help you translate to this parent, because I'd rather they understand before they sign than anything else. And they're like, okay, Ms. G, we got you. No, I got you. Don't worry about it.
That's awesome. But we need one of you at every school, because a lot of parents are not getting that information. They don't have you. They don't have somebody to advocate for them to make sure that they're getting this information. Because a lot of our parents, I have 2 kids that have special needs, and it's so hard. Like the struggle is real. It is very hard. We all understand that we're in a pandemic, but here we are like 6-7 months later. Like, when are you going to get it together and make sure that my kid gets the services they need? Like, who's to blame? Like, what's really going on? Like, what do you do? And then, oh my God, it's got to be so hard for a parent who doesn't speak English. Like, what do you do? Oh my God, that's just unbelievably hard. So
I'm seriously considering forming an LLC and do some kind of consulting just to help people out with that, because
huge need.
Whatever part of the country you in, if you need somebody on the phone to help you translate to this parent, call me. There will be a fee. And we'll do it.
Need for that. Oh my God, like, yes, we need that.
Absolutely need it. Oh my goodness, my cousin is spoiling me. She's bringing me another. She's like, look.
Oh, I love it.
And yeah, I'm gonna need it for the ride home when I gotta get my mom later. Her flight gets in at 5 p.m. and I'm like, Mommy, now mind you, my mother just got a cell phone this year, Natasha.
Really?
I love her. you know, bless her. She's 71 years old. She finally broke down and agreed to getting a cell phone. But prior to this year, she would ask a stranger, "May I borrow your cell phone, please?" No
Wow.
lie. No
I love
lie.
it. Oh.
She's a trip. She's like, "Can I borrow your cell phone, please?" And we see a strange number calling our phone. "It's your mother. I'm at the airport. Come get me."
Because you can't find payphones anymore. That's
But
like a
listen,
thing of the past.
listen, we offered to, between me and my sister, we both said, "Mommy, we will put you on our own plan. We will pay your cell phone bill." "No, thank you. No, thank you."
Oh, does she love it now? A year
Oh
later?
my gosh. Oh. Why do you don't have me on WhatsApp, Maritza? Why don't you call me on WhatsApp? Because I don't like WhatsApp, Mommy. I don't like that app. I don't have room for it on my phone. So it's like
that app too.
I can't. It's too much.
Oh man.
I mean, people love it. I know it's a lot easier for people that go out of the country, especially to use it, the ease of use. But I mean, so regular text. I got my FaceTime. I got my Facebook, you know, video chat. We got Zoom. I'm cool. I don't need WhatsApp. "Oh no, honey. No, she's trying to give me cookies and muffins. I'm good, honey. I'm thank you." I love it. I mean, they every time I'm here, we're gonna take care of her. So it's, you know, yes, every time.
I love it. That's
I
awesome.
know. I feel like they're lifting my spirits too. So it's like between you and them and the happy families that I help, you know, and you know, the awesome school leader that I'm working with. I mean, she's awesome. I'm gonna have her on the show too. Because I didn't know she's actually a professor. So I'm like, "What?" She's like, when I heard her mentioning that somebody called her about her syllabus, I'm like, "I'm sorry, do you teach? You're a professor?" She was like, "Yeah, University of Pennsylvania." What? Wait a minute, what? All right. The things you find out. We know some of the same people.
Yeah.
In the education world. I was like, wow. So I gotta ask her, when do you have time so we can sit down and do our official one-on-one person to person? Because you know, she's a great lady. She, you know, she did an awesome photo shoot with all the school staff. Wow. Everyone wore African garb, but she also called all her other fellow female school principals. So you're looking at 25 beautifully dressed women of color taking this picture of them all standing along at this beautiful pool of water at the Barnes Foundation in Philadelphia near the Art Museum.
Oh, nice.
I'm waiting. I said, send me the pictures so I'm gonna share them, because you're gonna be like, I had to leave. I didn't get a chance to be in the pictures. I was mad, but I had to leave. I had an appointment, and it was just taking a long time. But I saw some of the shots they were, and then she took a picture with all her staff that showed up.
I love it.
So she's in the middle, and they all got their face mask on and their fists up. I'm gonna share it. I'm gonna have her on. I said, no. Principal Bradley, yes, I'm gonna shout her out. Principal Bradley, Bethune Elementary. She's gonna be on the show too, because I also want to, you know, parent advocates, absolutely, but I also want to give acknowledgement to those educators that are doing the work.
Absolutely.
That stand by what they say and that are fighting for the babies. And I see it every day. She absolutely is doing it.
Well, so tell me, Maritza, before you go, I know, I just want to know, so in Philly, when's the last day that someone can fill out the census? Because you didn't mention the census yet, but I know at a time. Like
the census across the country is September 30th.
Okay, so we're running out of time.
And that is because the powers that be at Pennsylvania Avenue did not allow for an extension to occur.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So they asked for an extension of time. They actually decreased the amount of time. We're supposed to be still taking the census information through October, but they said no. But you know why they're doing it? There's a reason why they're doing it. Because I'm gonna break it down again. That's what you were waiting for.
Yes.
The census numbers represent our representation at the legislative, state, local, and federal level. So if they're able to count all the numbers of the increased population in every state, we'd be eligible to get more senators.
Oh,
and legislators. And they don't want that because they don't want more of the other party.
Yes.
They want to keep it the way it is. They want to keep some in the minority and them in the majority. So that's what that's affecting. Pell Grant money. Transportation, to improve our public transportation, to improve our roads and highways, to provide more hospitals, to provide more fire departments in our cities, school lunches, SNAP benefits for our families, senior citizen centers, as well as more Medicare, Medicaid. I'll keep on confusing the two, but the one that's federally funded. They don't want to put more money into that. And those are all the things that are, businesses that, new businesses or current businesses that want to expand, they look at census numbers and check out the demographics in certain areas. That's what helps them determine if they're going to build and open up a franchise or open up a new business in a particular community, which would then offer not only that service, but more jobs. Those are all the things that are affected. Census information also helps our future generations find us. If they want to find Meggie Madry, if they don't let all the numbers be counted, they're not going to know exactly how many people in this family there are. They're not going to know how many Gerties there are. They're not going to find out how many Pattersons there are. They're not going to find out all that stuff when they are limiting how we do it. In the city of Philadelphia, the exact number is $21,000 per person counted over the next 10 years. And the latest stats indicate that only about 50% of Philadelphians have done it. So we are on the verge of missing billions of dollars.
Wow, so much money.
Just in Philly alone. Just in Philly alone.
Terrible. Oh my God. Wow.
So that affects everything. It's really affecting everything. And it does play a role into schools. So if we need more schools, we need better schools, we need more schools. And the districts also depending on federal funding, not just state, but federal funding. If the census numbers don't indicate there is a definite surge in the population, so we need to funnel in more money to these states. Without those census numbers, it's not going to happen.
And it's so easy, right?
You can 10 minutes
online. You can
online, on your phone, you can call on the phone. It's 10 minutes.
Not do it. Like, why would you just, it's like leaving money on the table.
That's what they're doing. Leaving money on the table. That's exactly what it is.
Crazy.
If anybody could Google it, anybody could look it up, where they live. What is the money per person that was given out for the 2010 census? It's crazy. The amount of people that are registered to vote. I pulled up a report yesterday. In PA alone, there are over 8 million registered voters, Natasha. In PA alone. Wow. Thank you. And if, 8,800,420 as of the 21st, as of 2 days ago. Wow. Can you imagine? Every state, if they actually all come out and vote and make their vote counted, we could create a wave of change across this country, including Puerto Rico.
Yeah, people, I just can't understand why people, if they're able to vote, why they don't vote. It doesn't make any sense. And some people just go out to vote for the presidential election, but that's not important. You got to vote for the local elections. You got to vote for the school committee. You need to know who your city councilors are. You need to hold these people accountable once you vote for them. Like, everybody. I am so tired of these politicians like making all these promises and then not doing nothing. Like, it's ridiculous. Like, make your promises, then follow through with it. Or otherwise, you ain't getting my vote next time.
Or vote them out.
Yeah.
Tasha said it yesterday. Vote them out.
Vote them out.
Or run. Or you run.
Office, yes, because
run for office
gets me. I hate when I see unopposed unopposed people. Like, and you just have to check the box, but it doesn't even make any sense because you could write in a candidate, but they're automatically going to get in. Like, what's the point? Because people are so afraid to challenge the system. Oh, well, they've been in there forever. And, I went to high school with that person. Like,
oh, no, that doesn't matter.
Cares? Oh, but it matters to them because that's how they voted.
Yeah, that solidarity, just because I know you from around the way, or we grew up together, or we, our families are related through marriage, that's out the window if that person has not shown you physically what they have done to affect change for the better. Yeah. If they have not walked the streets in your community, if they have not also stood up with you when you're standing up for better education, better infrastructure, better housing opportunities, all the things that are important to you, if that person that you're voting for is not like-minded like you can forget about it. And families, those of you that have been watching all of our shows, those of you that have something resonated with you when we talked about certain things, and you want to become a member of the National Parents Union, just go on the website, nationalparentsunion.org. If you're a part of an organization and you want to be an organizational partner member, there's an application there too. Every Family Votes campaign, we have a tab for that there too. Look at it. We were able to help create, well, add to or make even better or whatever it was that we did with the toolkit. If you are in doubt of what to do, look at the toolkit on the nationalparentsunion.org page. It gives you information. There are links there to click on per state. Know your numbers. Know when the deadline is to register to vote, to request a mail-in ballot, to turn that ballot in. Understand the dates of early voting, because a lot of it will depend on what county you live in your state. Some states have age restrictions. Like, I didn't know till yesterday that in the state of Texas, you got to be 65 or older to be able to go vote early. I had no idea. Yes, I didn't know that.
Hi.
Some kind of state laws that they have going on over there. You know, make sure you understand where your polling location is. For those of you that are you know, seasoned voters, it may not be in the same place. Look around your neighborhood. If it's typically at schools, check to make sure that it's still going to be at that school, especially with schools being closed. If it's at a community center, because of the COVID situation, make sure the address has not changed, because if it has, find out early so you don't get the surprise on election day. It may be a little bit too far for you. Find out from your neighbors and friends that do not have access to a vehicle. Hey, you want to go as a group? We all wear our masks. We drive over there, come back.
Yes.
Let's get this done.
And show everybody your shirt. Because I know you got that shirt on. Yes.
Yes.
Every family votes. I love it. I love it.
I got the long sleeve t-shirt. I'm about to order the hoodie. I got my stickers. I want to get a button. I'm gonna get a mask. Hey, people look at it. I wear it, and then when I've worn it since this morning, so I'm not, people come into the school and they're looking at the shirt. They're like, I'm like, you ready to vote? I'm like a walking billboard. That's it. I'm a walking billboard.
Yes.
I wear it all the time. Or if they had a Scully or a baseball hat, no, next week you're gonna see me. Whatever shows I'm on, I'm gonna wear a particular hat that I took a picture of and made it as a my cover page, the one that says vote protest across it. I'll be rocking that next week.
Love it.
You might see it on Monday. I'll be like, hey.
Yes. You're an inspiration. I love it.
I try. And that's all we can do. All I've always said, even when I was in, customer service for many years, if any little bit of what I say or how I say it, you like, take it and develop it for yourself.
Yes.
Take the best part for self at all times. Because everything that I'm saying, you may not like every other thing that I say, but the things that you do like, I want you to take that and run with it. Add to it. Let everybody else know about it. Next week, family, I'm going to have two amazing guests. I'm going to be bringing back a returning guest, Kyle Morris. But I'm also going to bring on someone from my hometown of Passaic, New Jersey, that is an awesome community activist, lifelong resident of Passaic, New Jersey, Cossin, Washington. Amazing. You guys are going to enjoy this show next week. And the rest of them to come, because I'm working hard. I'm working hard to get people that are not only interesting to hear, but are also inspirational. And that is what we need. We need to further some inspiration. We need to be exposed to different ideas, different thoughts. As long as it equates to the betterment of our communities, our schools, our children and families, we have it right here. It's all right here.
So now, how does somebody contact you if they want to be on your show?
Maritza at npunion.org.
Awesome. I love it.
Or if you have a question, info, if Maritza, you can't spell, is Maritza, Maritza. If for some reason you forget that, go to info@npunion.org and say, hey, I want to talk to the lady from Looped In with Maritza, or I have a question for her, or I have a comment or a suggestion. Or for any other question. You want information about one of our other shows, feel free to send us an email. And you can also, those of you that know me or are listening to this, you can also send me a DM through Facebook and I'll be happy to respond to you. Natasha, thank you.
Of course. Thank you.
Jada, thank you. Our wonderful producer, Jada. You helped me out a lot today. It's been a great day. Thank you, everybody. See you next week. Tune in to see me during the week on future shows. Love you. Stay safe.